Next up, at UFC 286, we have a reorganized card. For like 3 weeks, they had Joanne Wood and Luana Carolina on the main card, and they said, you know what, you're out. Casey O'Neal's in. So they've got Luana Carolina as the third fight on the card versus Joanne Wood. Joanne Wood, 15-8 overall, only 1-4 in her last 5. She is coming off the loss to current champion Alexa Grasso. Luana Carolina's 8-3 overall, 3-2 in her last 5. She's coming off that spinning back fist knockout to Molly McCann. And very similar to Jai Herbert, Luana Carolina gets put on these UFC London cards basically to lose. And that's what's being set up here.
I don't think they put Jai on to lose, but
they don't put him on to lose. He just figures out how.
I think they thought that Ilya match was going to be a good fight, and it was.
Yeah, he's the closest that anybody's been to beating Ilya.
Well,
so yeah, Ryan Hall.
Yeah, I mean,
right there.
Come on.
Yeah,
I think we saw how close Mr. Ryan Hall, the Wizard, was from that heel hook. I mean, if the ref didn't stop it, Ilya would still be recovering from knee surgery. I mean, it would have been.
Yeah, when in fact Ryan Hall is the one recovering from surgery. Joanne Wood. She was Joanne Calderwood for quite a while. JJ Calderwood. She married somebody with essentially the same last name, so now she's Joanne Wood. She's sort of a jack of all trades. She's one of the more experienced women in this division. She can strike, she can grapple, she can do all the things. She's had a rough run, 1-4 in her last 5, but you got to look at the opponents. Her last 3 losses are Alexa Grasso, Tyler Santos, and Lauren Murphy. One of them is the champ, 2 of them fought for the belt. Like, she's only fighting the best in the division. That is who she's losing to. She's beating people she should beat. This should be no different, but this should be a little trickier than a lot of people were going to think because Luana Carolina is a solid striker. She's got solid takedown defense. She's not the most technical in the division, but she's fantastic in the clinch. She's got great knees, great elbows. She's got solid Muay Thai. Her takedown defense is very good at 82%. And if she does get taken down, she's super busy working for submissions. I do think Joanne Wood wins this fight. 3 weeks ago, I threw a half a unit on her at -150. 2 things. 1, solid value. She's -190 now, so I got solid value on that. 2,
you wish you didn't do it.
After the J.J. Aldrich fight, I've never regretted anything more in my life. She has scarred me. She didn't even try to win that fight. It was embarrassing.
And I'll tell you, no, it wasn't. I mean, obviously, it's her fault. She should know what's going on. But her corner, and we watched on live stream, her corner was the worst corner I've ever. She had lost the first round. She's losing the second round. She is losing all the striking exchanges. And she landed like a 1-2 that barely touched her. And her corner was like, "Great job, JJ. Great job." It's like, what? No, scream it. Get the fucking takedown. Get the takedown. What are you doing? Oh my God.
I just regret it so much. And anyway, we're not getting off track here. Joanne Wood should beat Luana Carolina. Ooh. She should be better basically everywhere, just a smidge better. She is older. She is on sort of this horrific losing pattern. So we're going to find out. Is she really in this to continue to try to work her way up, try to get a title shot, try to make something of it? Or is she just showing up, having fun, making some money? She's married now, working into the next phase of her life.
Big local fight.
Working into the next phase of her life. I did throw the half a unit on that. There is a lot of closing value if you tailed it early and she wins. Listen, we made some money. I'm not going to do that almost ever again. Jakey boy, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm glad you kind of regret that because I think this is one of the closest fights on the card. I think it's a sloppy kind of slugfest. Both these girls are kind of the exact same fight style. I would agree that Joanne Wood is probably just a little bit better everywhere on Carolina, and Carolina is coming off that knockout. You never know. I mean, listen, you never know how fighters are going to react after getting absolutely flatlined and put out like that, okay? You never know how they're going to react. So it'll be interesting to see how she does come out. She was already kind of a slow starter to begin with, and as the fight goes on, honestly, she really kind of picks up speed and gets some confidence. You saw that in the Loopy fight. She came back. That was obviously a weird fight for Loopy, but she came back and won that fight. Even against Molly. Molly came in, blitzed her early, almost put her out in the first round, and then you saw Molly slow down, and Luana starting to pick up the pace. It was looking good in that third round up to that point when she got knocked out. So it's hard to say that, but I don't see either one of these girls finishing either one. So it's probably going to a decision. And the way that Luana can come on strong late second into the third round of a close striking match, it comes to the judges. I guarantee this is probably a 29-28 one way, and anything can happen when you have those judges. Maybe you can hedge on the fact that Joanne is the hometown, whatever, so you hometown refs, whatever it is, but this is a very close fight. I wouldn't pick either side on this. I think it's sloppy. I think it's back and forth. I think it's close. Comes down to the judges. I might even throw something on, if you can bet that it's a split decision or something, because it seems like it's headed that way. I'm staying away from it, but Joanne should be good enough to win the fight.
Yeah, I mean, she literally is better everywhere. But, we just don't know what her career means to her at this point.
And you don't know how people are going to react after getting flatlined. You know what I mean?
We get it. Yeah, we get it. We'll get to that fight in about 2.5 hours. $8,600 in DraftKings, $7,600 for Luana Carolina. I'm probably going to fade this fight. But sometimes these are the sneaky fights that score a ton of points. You get some wrestling, you get some cage control, you get some it's going to go the distance. So you may get some solid points out of this. I'm probably going to leave it alone. We have 15 fights on this card, and there's a good amount of people that I think can win inside the distance here, and a couple of underdogs that should not be underdogs. So I'm probably going to leave this alone in DraftKings. What do you think, Jakey boy?
I actually do have a bet on this fight. I actually kind of forgot about it, but
it's a premium bet, Jacob.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say that I think it's a really good one for this fight. And that's what I'll say. Go to we1picks.com. Become a premium member today. It is only $10 a month. I mean, you get in a taxi cab on 34th and 5th. I guarantee you find $10 in coins in the fucking cushion of that cab.
Cabs don't have cushions. It's just one solid thing, and
the cracks.
4th and 5th don't intersect.
Sometimes you got to dig around in the cracks until you find what you're looking for, Angelo. That's some good life advice there. Sometimes you don't know what you're looking for until you're in the crack, and then you find it, and you love it.
34th and 5th don't intersect. But
I think they would, right? One's even, one's odd.
Well, West 34th, but it's not even called anyway. We don't pick.com for all the things.
I think I know New York City.
You went to New York City one time, and I took you there.
I flew over it another time, though. So I got the grid view.
I took you one time. You saw homeless people fighting and literally hid behind me as I walked past it. And
I went twice. I went twice. Me? Well, we went once, and then the other time we just stopped in.
I picked you up at the airport.
No, that was when you were dropping me off at LaGuardia. Yeah, okay. I flew out of LaGuardia. We stopped. We got a slice.
I brought you to Jack's Pizzeria. Got a slice.
That was honestly the best pizza I think I've ever had in my life.
They closed down. They jacked up the. They doubled the rent. It's called Pizza Palace in Queens. They doubled his rent, and he's like, "Forget it, I'm out of here." But and then the second time we went, you saw homeless people fighting in the subway, screaming.
My God. Oh,
you were terrified.
I literally started running. I literally started just running up the stairs. Like, oh my God, that's actually happening. I was like, is this a movie set? I was looking for the cameras. Ashton, am I being punked right now?
I just said, don't look at him, keep moving. And you were like, oh God.
And then I got on the subway and I went to grab the bar. You're like, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
It's disgusting. And this is pre-COVID. This is pre-COVID.
You literally were like, I was like, so I had to sit there and just subway surf, not touching anything.
I mean, even pre-COVID, you didn't that's disgusting. You can get any disease you want. Any disease you wanted. Anyway.
Can't get it if you already got it.